Hey everyone, so I'm making this video on the Captain Sisay deck explaining the multiple combos and things that could go off, and I'm going to try to do it as fast as possible. I am going to mention, I think it was Anzor, it's one of the new cards from Ixalan. I did order that one as well, but you're not going to see it on here. But it is also another combo piece, so when I get that, I'll show it to you guys and explain how that works too. But all of these combos are coming from these two cards, Captain Sisay and Paradox Engine. If you want to see what the text is, but most people do, you can just pause the video and read it. So basically, the whole purpose is to search for legends. Thankfully, I can get easily almost any of these legends out. The only problem is for the planes mana count for the legendary creatures. I've been having issues with that. I did get some cards like Gilded Lotus that helps out, and Mana Vault, and those are cards I'm getting. I haven't received them yet, but these are all cards, mana rocks, that can help, that will be able to help me to get those cards out. But consistently, I am able to get up to, I'm typically getting about 4 forests out due to creatures every game, and now that I have the mana rocks, I'm able to even get more out than that. So it's pretty consistent. I obviously, the chain is, whenever I have Paradox out, I can tap and then untap Captain Sisay for any legendary card. This allows me to get like Uzumate's Jete out for pretty much free. And same with like Mind Slayer. I'm able to get Mind Slayer out, and usually, since I have more than 6 mana and everything untaps after I cast a spell, I can use the sacrifice that turn too as a safety precaution for me. Coat of Arms I use as a combo with creatures. I can use it in the combination of Rise the Redeemed to create mana through using the creature Omnis Locus of Mana, and I can create a whole bunch of tokens with the help of all of my elves, and basically keep tapping and untapping for tons and tons and tons of creatures and tokens. It isn't. I thought it was infinite. A lot of these things were infinite, but they really aren't. It's as much as like 4 or 5. It's enough for my deck to really go off, but it is not infinite. So I'm gonna make sure to let you guys know that it's works only as much as the mana allows me. So I'm able to easily get a lot of the legendaries, but not all. I'm not going to be able to like go through my whole deck and have nothing but lands. But it's a very good deck, and I really like it. So with the combination of the Paradox Engine and Captain Sisay, obviously I can go get any of these legendary cards. I can even use the effect of Safi, which is awesome, to when it says sacrifice Safi would target creatures put into graveyard this turn, return it to play. So I can even sack for which card is it again? For Chrome Mox, it says when it comes into play, you remove a non-artifact, non-land card from your hand to the game. So you can sack a creature, a card from. Shoot, how did it go again? I can sack Safi, and I'll sacrifice a card from my hand to get the mana, and I'm going to be using probably Plains, so that I can get even more. I have more Plains to get out, so let's say I have like 1 mana, I can now get 2.5 tails or whatnot, and I can still untap. Safi would be out. I would be having it on like Captain Sisay or another card that I think that the person might get rid of. Then I can put, once that card goes out, I could put that into play, and usually the combo will be shoot, where is it? Umiji, that when a legendary permanent other than Umaji would be put into graveyard for play, return it to hand. So that way I can return that card to hand and recast it, and Safi then goes back onto field, so you get 2 cards. It's a very techy deck, and you got to make sure that you're reading the cards very well, and make sure that you're not misplaying or misreading the cards. Like, for example, elves you control add 2 forests. It's very, very powerful, but you have to get it to level 5, and you do not start out at level 1. You start out at level 0. So a lot of people who thought this card isn't that great, it works really well in this deck because I can get tons and tons and tons of mana, have this tap and untap, tap and untap, and I can use I can use these effects on my own creatures or even itself, so it's pretty good. The only card that doesn't really do too much except for producing mana is the Birds of Paradise, which is awesome. And it helps me get the Plains legendary creatures that I needed out. And if I get just 3 Plains, that's all I need. I can get out all of these creatures, all of these legendary artifacts, because all my creatures on tap. One last thing is the legendary land. Using the Captain Sisay, I can get a legendary land. I don't use the second ability that much, but I did want to mention this card because of its use as a legendary land, and I'm able to get it out. So let's say that this is turn 4 or something. I have a ton of mana rocks, which can easily happen. Let's say all of those cards are out or something like that, and I'm able to get them all out. Then I haven't played a land. Bam, I can play that land. So lands, any kind of lands that I use are good up to a certain point. Once the Paradox Engine and Captain Sisay's out, the lands don't do me any good at all. So that is the only drawback on me searching and doing all that stuff with lands. It's good to a certain point, and then bam, it's no use to me. Anyways, so I wanted to make this video, talk to you guys about that. I guess cards to mention: Cultivate and Kodama's Reach, highly undervalued. They're pretty good. They can be stopped, but in this deck, because it's so fast, it works. Plus, I'm playing pretty much kind of casual, so it's good enough. And this isn't a complete deck, by the way. This is just part of it. If you want to hear more about this deck too, there's a specific on all the cards, because I'm not showing all the cards. You can check out my deck tech in my previous video. The other one I want to say is Mobilize, which is like a cheap 1-turn Paradox that lets me untap creatures, but only creatures. Anyways, wanted to let you guys know about this. I am getting back into Magic, as you can see, and there might be a few more Magic videos now being uploaded onto my channel. Anyways, hope you guys liked this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.